What's up, agents? Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 video. Today's video is going to be a bit different. It's going to be a full build and full guide on the new exotic mask, the Vial, which you can acquire by reaching level 90 in the Season 2 pass. So make sure you guys go and grind it off. Do resource convoys with all directives active, or just any kind of control point on challenging as well with all directives active. It gives you about 400k 300k experience each one. Do it with your friends, you should get there pretty quick. So this build is going to be quite in depth. I'm going to go into detail because I see a lot of people spreading false information on how to increase the damage of the toxic delivery of the Vial's debuff, and I'm going to explain and demonstrate with a full guide after the build video. I'm going to showcase exactly how to do it in the firing range, so don't miss that. Don't skip the video because don't skip through it because you guys need to listen to me. I'm going to explain it all in detail. So we're going to go to the firing range just now where I can showcase what happens when you take certain buffs off, and it'll actually decrease your damage. I can do 139,000 damage per tick with just the Vial mask. Just the Vial mask is buff. That's how strong you can make this. So let's go through this. So the specialization, we're going to have to use one specialization. Now I understand if you want to use a burn build, this is not going to be a pyro build. I've already made a pyro eclipse build. We're going to be using the eclipse protocol set because it's really good with this mask and it's actually a must. Demolitionist is needed. Now there's only really one reason for that. Now let me tell you guys something now. Obviously all my builds are templates. This is more of a showcase of how to actually maximize the Vial mask. There are many ways you can make this build. You might not like this playstyle. You might not, you might want to just use the chest piece of Eclipse and not what I'm going to be using. You can just change it to however you want. I just want to make sure I can show everybody how to increase the mask and just to give you a better understanding the mechanic of toxic delivery, which is on the mask itself. So this is what makes it so good. So 10% increased explosives damage after explosive grenades, skills, and effects. It affects everything. So that's the Vial mask. The Vial mask's toxic delivery is buffed by status effect and explosive damage, but explosive damage scales even better with this. So just remember that. Also, I normally use the artillery turret as well. It's very good with this build, so I would probably use the artillery turret also. But just remember that the main reason why I've used this is because the more explosive damage we have, the more it scales, and it actually is a significant amount. You can use rifle damage, whatever assault rifle, whatever gun you want to use. I use the mechanical animal and the everlasting gauge, which makes a huge difference, which I will showcase to you. So let's go over the actual build itself. First and foremost, this is going to be a tier 6. Well, maxed out skill tier build. Okay, so we're going to go over each individual piece, but first and foremost we're going to go over the Vial mask. So if you look level 90, you get this mask. Okay, toxic delivery, let's have a look. It has got status effect rolled on it. Status effects also apply, so every time, for example, we blind someone with a Firefly, I can kill a whole room of challenging NPCs with a blinder Firefly. That's ridiculous. So when you apply a status effect, it gives the enemy the debuff for 10 seconds. Eclipse Protocol will constantly refresh that by 50%. So total damage dealt is equal to 50% of your concussion grenade, which means explosive damage, and increased by your status effect attributes. I will show you guys how much of a difference 10% status effect makes. It's significant, and explosive damage, like it makes a huge difference. We'll actually swap specializations so I can show you that explosive damage is better. It's way better than the actual status effect increase. So let's have a look at this. So it's very important to use this. Perfect perpetuation is really good. This gives me way more damage with the Vial mask. So headshots grant plus 50% status effect damage. That is really nice because we get the duration, and it stacks with the Vial mask as well. It gives you way more damage with the Vial mask because it's status effect damage, which for some reason it applies to the Vial mask. Obviously it works in unison with it, but as just a quick note, make sure you use this because it really does amplify it by a long way. I think I go from about 110,000 to 139,000 with this gun. So make sure you guys get it. It's very nice. It's actually pretty decent. Looks nice, and it doesn't do that much damage, but it's all for that proc. So make sure you do use it. Mechanical animal, don't need to say anything about this. We get overcharge, which is really strong. Just getting a kill, so make sure to have this gun. You can also get in the season pass. Just make sure you guys have it. Roll damage targets out of cover. It's a very nice weapon. I do enjoy this variant of the weapon as well. So pistol, I use the Liberty. You can put on whenever you want, it doesn't matter. This is more of a showcase of the mask and how to make the perfect build for it, so I'm not going to focus too much on that. So we've gone over the Vial mask. Now all 3 mod slots go for skill haste. There's nothing else that can help us with this build. Like for example, if it was a healer build, we would use skill duration. So it'll keep our chems on the floor longer, which means we'll do more healing. This is skill haste is necessary and what's needed. So what I've done is I've used a chest piece with explosive damage. Now, China Light Industries is a very, very good. I would be using 2-piece Grupo Sombra to give me more explosive damage, but you could actually probably get more. You could probably get upwards of 160k, 170k, but I didn't want to just make a shambles build because Grupo is not really ideal. You want to be using Eclipse Protocol because it spreads the vial all over the place, which is very much needed. But Glass Cannon applies, so we know why we use China Light. Because of the explosive damage, it scales so well with the Vial Mask. So Glass Cannon, all damage you deal is amplified by 25%. All damage you take is amplified by 50%. So we will be doing 25% more damage with the Vial Mask, which is very, very strong. So make sure you use Glass Cannon. I will showcase a video right now. You're probably watching it while I'm talking. That I swapped to Glass Cannon on my chest piece with the same chest piece, the same amount of status effects, and it did a significant amount of damage. So just watch it, make sure you pay attention. It really does increase it by quite a bit, and there's nothing else that will increase your damage like that. So the rest of the pieces are all going to be rolled status effect, all Eclipse Protocol, but this is where it gets interesting. Now, in the firing range, I'm going to show you guys how this actually works, because this is what I said in my previous video. People don't seem to listen sometimes. So this backpack is very important. Now, the whole set as a whole is nice. You get skill haste status effect, but this is what makes it so good, is when your status effects now spread on kill to all enemies within 15 meters. The chest piece is also a viable option, but I wanted to showcase more damage. So you can use a chest piece and then use China Light Industries like knee pads, for example, but it's completely up to you. So I've rolled status effect on the backpack. I will show you guys an exact replica, the same backpack with the same amount of status effects, and see how much more damage we do because of this right here. So Symptom Aggravator works with the Vial Mask because it's classified as all damage. So we are getting another 15%. This is the only backpack talent that can increase the vial's damage. So it's by 15%, and I will showcase this all to you now in the firing range. So let's go down there, but first of all, let's just go over the skills. So the Firefly, the Blinder Firefly, is a very good way of CC crowd control. You will be doing over 100k damage while you're blinding the enemies. And then if you use a chem launcher or a boom boom turret like this, you'll be applying the bleed. So you'll constantly just be spreading everything around, and it's just really satisfying, and it does so much damage. That's why I wanted to go for different skills rather than the pyro, like the chem launcher, which is really good, or the C combine. So it's up to you. You can use whatever status effect things you want, but the artillery turret works well because it is, as it's buffed by the bombardier, and you do get these special mods, which I actually need to put on. It mustn't be a bot. So have a look at this. So we do get extra mortar ammo, cyclone magazine, and then 10% damage. So make sure you guys apply that. It's very important. So if we're going to go to the stats, I'm going to quickly go through everything. It's not that important. Like I said, it's all about the Vial Mask. I'll just quickly scroll through everything. You can pause the video if you want to see it. And then we're going to go over everything now. In the firing range, just go explain this. Okay, so we're in the firing range. Let me go over the demonstration and showcase various changes that you can make, or just to indicate how the damage can go up or down depending on what kind of stats you spec into. So obviously the build is still the same. I haven't changed anything. What I'm going to do quickly is showcase why Demolitionist is so important. So let's have a look. So if I just blind the enemy right now, with the blind status effect, it's 108,000 damage per tick. So let's go now and put on the firewall specialization and quickly show that it should ideally go down from 108k. So now it is activated. Let's go back down. Build is still the same, exactly the same, except we don't have the turret, obviously, because we've gone to firewall specialization. No more 10% explosive damage. So it was 108. Let's see how far down it's going to go. To 99. So that's pretty significant change if you ask me. So from 108,000 to 99,000. So let's change my loadout back to the normal one, to Eclipse here. Demolitionist is back on. We've got the explosive damage. Now I wanted to quickly showcase this backpack talent. Now remember guys, that System Aggravator will not work if the enemy is not under status effect, which is not really too much of a problem, because with this build it's going to be spreading all the time. So you won't be getting that much damage, and let me showcase it to you exactly. So have a look at the enemy right now. We're going to just blind him. We should be doing 108k. Let's move him closer. It's obviously just bugged out. So now we should be doing 108k damage. There it is right there. Now pay attention. It should go down. There is the vial and there is the blind. So when that blind goes away, the damage should go down from 108k because the aggravator backpack talent will no longer be active. As you guys can see, it's 93k now. 108, to 93. So that is the backpack talent working. So I want to quickly showcase something else, just one more final thing. So we're aware that glass cannon, the aggravator backpack, how everything works now, explosive damage does scale well. Let me showcase how status effect scales. So now we're doing 108k without with the blind. So that's with status effect. Now we're going to put the same knee pads on, except without status effect. So from 108k to 101k. So as you guys can see, it's the damage decrease is actually significantly less than what it is with the explosives when I take the 10% explosive damage off of the demolitionist. So that showcases and goes to show that it's better to spec more into explosive damage, obviously, because that's 50% your concussion, which goes with the vial mask. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. It's been a bit longer with the explanation, but I wanted to clear some things up. So that's going to be it for this build video and guide. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, how you're going to adapt it to change to suit your own playstyle, change the build up. You know, it's always a template for agents to work upon. So let me know in the comments, leave a like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and I'll be seeing everybody in the next video. Peace out, guys.